Hey guys, Caitlin here. No, yes, my hair is very messy and needs to be washed and stuff. But here's just a thing for YouTube or something like that. So let me explain everything that has happened over the years. At first, YouTube was created for our website to just make videos and stuff like that. And then Google Videos kind of shut down. And apparently, over the years, YouTube has had many things, and when children become the people that want to go on the internet, they decided to do something kind of like a COPPA thing, except kind of just low on stretch there. And then over the years, COPPA has been up for a long time on YouTube. And what I mean by that is that when children wanted to explore the internet and wanted to go on the internet and stuff like that, YouTube decided to do some child-friendly stuff. And apparently that wasn't all that bad until when we get to 2020. And then things start to go downhill for YouTube for a lot of reasons. One, there's COPPA, which it ain't that bad. Two, there's YouTubers out there that can't do what they want anymore, they can't say what they want anymore, and I get that. I understand that. You want freedom of speech, but you know what? That's an amendment and we are allowed to talk in our own spaces all we want. Just do it on a different website if we are allowed to. And then there's those channels that make stories and stuff like that. Story Booth is actually they're okay, they're fine. But then there is minute videos. They are also fine because they also have real stuff. And I can prove that by saying Bijou Mike did a video on his life story on minute videos. So there you go. And also, what else? Oh, those YouTube channels that make a lot of these kid-friendly stuff. And how I found this stuff was when I was trying to find out if somebody ever made chocolate French fries, like potatoes and fries mixed together. Just me wanting to have my mouth melted to the ground because I just wanted to see if anybody has created something like that. And in fact, there was, but it wasn't what I was expecting. So it was a YouTube channel, something toys, something, I don't know. And apparently, everything in it is fake, and oh my gosh, the filming is okay too. It's not all that bad. The camera is pretty good. It's pretty well qualitied, or a well quality to it. I don't know. But oh my gosh. Just the entire video itself was just about a kid wanting to try some Pockies. And if you know what I mean, a Pocky is it's like a stick with chocolate on it. It's a little cracker stick that you get at the store or something like that. I actually remember trying Pockies, and it was the honey kind. And I remember those in my childhood for a long time. They were really good. And apparently, they use Pockies, chocolate-covered Pockies, as French fries with chocolate on them, like chocolate fries or something. And actually, it's kind of dumb. And no kidding, there are a lot of channels out there that do a lot of dumb stuff, but what I mean by dumb is they just did Pockies instead of actually making French fries or something like that. And And not to mention, it was like that they were trying to make an ad for McDonald's or something, because for one, they were saying, get your McDonald's chocolate fries or something like that. It was a weird video. Just look up chocolate fries and then you would just see that in the recommendations section or something. And then the story channels, there's actually more story channels than one. There is story time animation or something like that. I don't know. What a lot of YouTubers like to do is stories and stuff like that. That's fine. But then there's like the people who make like a YouTube channel and then like they want to create stories of people around the world. And apparently, I've tried getting a hold of Story Booth and then creating my stories on there. And oh my gosh, they aren't really making. I'm not sure if they are making my story, but apparently, I've seen a lot of other people's stories, and I've decided to make mine on Story Booth, like their little website or something like that. But it's not even out yet. And I don't know when it's gonna come out. I've created one that was like back in April or something like that, and it was kind of like a false information type of one in the title, but apparently I spent most of my summer in April, most of April at somewhere or something. But okay, so let's get to this. And so the story animators, the people who make these YouTube channels with stories in them, so there's some of them that are called My Story something, and apparently they created a YouTube person, and apparently not very good YouTube person. Like, there was people that said in the comments, I wanted to find the YouTuber, but we couldn't. And that's because that the video was all fake. Not a real story, it was a fake story, it wasn't a real story, and it was a fake story. It felt sad. There was many disappointed people around there, and then there's like newcomers around that channel that say, oh, these stories are so cool or something, and then there's people who actually been with that channel for a long time and then say to them that their stories are fake, but they are also fun to listen to, but they are still fake, which is kind of sad. And not to mention, the Create My Story channel or something like that, when they created all these types of stories, very cringy stories, and none of them don't even remotely even talk real. Most of them are like, something about my dad, something about me, something about at school and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. Their videos are so dumb. And I'm not trying to tell you all that, oh, their stories are dumb and you should go on and then like I'm not saying that you should go out and then criticize them. I'm just saying that their stories are they're unreal. Most of them are unreal. And one of the most popular ones, I would say that would possibly be the most popular, is one where a 16-year-old boy was still in babyhood. And what I mean by babyhood is that instead of feeding them like a bottle of milk, it's from something else. And it's pretty dumb because it's not real. Well, not because that's real, but I remember seeing a news article about the same type of situation, And what relieved me so much was that this story was incredibly fake. It was an April Fool's joke. And it was because that the person who made the story actually edited and say, edit, it was an April Fool's joke, don't worry, it's not real. And I was so relieved for that, because nobody in that age would even want to do that. Oh, and also, there is a lot of other places. There's a lot of other channels with the same type of situation. And then there is IMJ Station. They are probably the most clickbaited type of channel of all time. And I'm a paranormal. I like to see paranormal stuff on YouTube because, well, I just think it's kind of fun to see how people react to this. And then, there's IMJ Station, and then they do, all of that stuff, and I'm just like, oh, why? And very fake stuff on videos. And you know what? There's Watch Mojo, there's all these kind of channels that do, there's Screen Rant. Veil Scheme is a okay person. I like his channel. But still a bit clickbaiting. But still, there's a lot of clickbaiting channels and then copycats. Like catfishing people. There's Screen Rant, Watch Mojo, and some other channels that like to copy other people's stuff. From a guy who was nostalgia critic, but instead of nostalgia, you got horror stuff and things of that nature. And his knowledge of the horror in there's there is some other types of movies that are very scary, and he points out a lot of good things in those videos. And I think that he probably has one of the best channels, and I'm just saying that because how much that his what's it called? His speech is just non-stop. It's not like one of those non-stop and then they just don't stop talking at all. But they do pretty good videos. And it's a he, I'm sorry. So there is Nostalgia Critic. He's a nice person. I would say that he's a nice person. And then there's Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, Markiplier, all these other YouTubers, the gamers, the explainers, the people who like to do stuff. They are really good YouTubers out there that are like those. And I myself wish to meet some of them someday, when this thing blows over. And I say that because they've done a lot of great things in life. And the reason why that there's mouth noises is because I have braces and my spit glands keep reacting. And those are all those type of YouTubers and YouTube channels. YouTube is a pretty good website with those people, but there's all these people who do clickbait, and actually the guy who does the horror stuff actually said a good point on the video that he said where people were copycatting him. And his point was that apparently the you in YouTube is you, yourself, basically just you in general, and you make your own stuff. Don't copy. Because if you copy, then why would you copy? It's not a really good thing. And also there is a guideline on YouTube that I've heard of that you should always Oh wait, no. I think that's Flare TV or something like that, but I don't know. All I remember is that hearing something about like you need to credit the people that you took something from. Like credit them, make sure that they have the things that they needed just in case that you also get copyrighted. And yeah, YouTube is a good website, but just with all these type of channels around, not very good. Put them on YouTube Kids. Like, not all of them, not like all of the people that I've described as, but like the kids stuff should be put on YouTube Kids instead of YouTube itself, because YouTube, no. YouTube, you created a website of YouTube and then kids at the end of it. And then what do? Put Kappa on YouTube, on the actual YouTube website. Then what's the point of YouTube Kids, huh? And I'm just saying that, I'm just pointing that out because it kind of infuriates me that there is these things on there that shouldn't even be on YouTube in the first place. And what I mean is kids stuff. YouTube Kids was created for kids, for children possibly over like under 13 or something. And then here we go, we want to do Kappa and stuff like that, and I think it's good and stuff. But then I'm in the background and like, well, not me in the background, but like just somebody in the background looking at that, like, why would you put Kappa on? Why would you put Kappa on YouTube when there's literally a YouTube Kids app? That's just my question. YouTube, please. Fix something about your website and then think about what it is. Think about all the mistakes that people think that you did, even though that you don't think that they are mistakes. But though they kind of are more likely to be mistakes than to what you think that they are. It's like if somebody in life wanted to. It's like if somebody made a mistake on a website and then they are like, sorry you put that and I can't edit on the video. I can't edit on the video because I'm using a phone. And I don't really have like those really cool cameras that you can edit your videos on. I don't have those type of cameras. I do not have any good equipment. I'm just one of those people who always act like if they were new to YouTube and then wanting to do their videos on a specific device. It's just not really all that fair for people on YouTube that can't really edit their videos because they said something by accident and then they have to restart the entire thing, which is really hard work, YouTube. At least it's hard work, but come on, why can't it be easier? Also, I think I'm gonna title this as YouTube rant-ish. Just a bit of a rant. Because it's what I think of a rant is. Person talking about what they hate about a specific thing, and then they put it on the video. But it's a rant-ish because there are good possibilities, and then there are bad possibilities. So I'm gonna stop here. Hopefully you guys like the video. You can like, subscribe, do whatever you want on this channel. I don't care what you say, but I'm not gonna be the one to edit your comments or even delete them. Well, you can't edit somebody else's comment, but I'm not the one that will delete your comments. If your comments are deleted, that's not my fault because I never usually go on to the comments until when I get something from YouTube itself. So hopefully you guys liked it. And if you subscribe, make sure to hit the bell, okay? And if you don't want to, that's fine. You can do what you want. Because I'm not going to force you to. Have a good day. Bye bye.